right, this is a first for me here in Marvel Strike Force. I have paid to unlock every character since the game has started. Like, I've bought every character and unlocked the character, whatever it was. Back in the day, it used to be like $25. Then more recently, it's been $50. And Victoria Hand will be the absolute first character that I am not paying to unlock. Now, she is going to be on a team that I'm going to need, right? We got Bio Raids. They're the first team of the Age of Niilus Chapter 1. And one of the 3 essential squads you'll need to power up the Chapter 1 legendary character, Quasar. So they're going to be required in some sort of Scourge and Bio Raids. But I just don't see the reason why I need to pay to unlock her today. And part of that has to do with is that I'm sitting on quite a bit of power cores. So I don't really need to do anything with her today. She's not going to do anything for me today. When the full team is out, then I'll need her. So I'm probably going to buy the next one. Probably going to buy the one after, right? And then when I need her, which is when I have a full team of 5, because that's kind of how they're designed, really, then I'll core her. Maybe I will stumble along the way and get her. This is my first time that I have not just bought the character right out of the gate. I just don't see the need because of the way they're designing the kits. And I'll just core her. I've got enough cores. I'll figure it out when I do need her. And also, same thing is true with these battle passes. Up until, I don't know, like 3-4 months ago, I bought all of them. Ever since the inception of battle passes and strike pass, I bought every single one. There has not been items in here that I want or need. So I stopped buying them. And I will buy them if there's something in there that I want or need. Now, I have been participating in the events, the leaderboard events that feature and have gear tier 20 pieces because I need gear tier 20 pieces. Okay. You know, I want to get Professor X. You know, I'm willing to do that. And in some ways, I'm redirecting, some of the money that would have spent, here on the Battle Pass or Victoria Hand towards that. I think this is what's wrong with Marvel Strike Force right now. For me, I'm a value-based spender. And if they don't give me a reason to spend or I see value in what they're offering, I'm not going to buy it. It's just that simple. I'm not going to buy it. Now, there is a blog post today, and we're going to go over that. But before we get into the blog post, I think this is good news, if you will. Commanders, we have extended the Race to X milestone by additional 30 days to give a chance for more commanders to earn red stars. For Professor X, takes advantage of the limited time opportunity. You should see the take place later today. So this is what's going to determine the red stars, Professor X, and I know one of the things that was controversial was their suggestion that Old Man Logan would thrive in the Professor X saga, and he does not. First of all, Professor X saga has this very tricky boss of Shadow King where he clones the team, and if you take in Old Man Logan, he clones the Old Man Logan, and then your Old Man Logan essentially wipes your team. Is Old Man Logan a good candidate for gear tier 20 outside of the Professor X sagas? Yes, but in the context of the Professor X sagas, no. And so I feel like that's what initiated this as well. So I've got an overview here from Big Spartan blog post. A New Age Begins Silver Sable Battle Pass. Again, I will assess whether or not it makes sense to me on Monday. If there's something in there that I want, then maybe we'll move forward. Now, the Intel store very well may change that for me. The Intel store is interesting, and that'll be starting on Monday. The Intel store should provide access to things that I want. Character shards, and it's the newer character shards, gear tier 20, L4 training modules. But mostly what I'm interested in right now is gear tier 20s. I know people need training materials, but if doing well in Crucible means I get more Intel currency, cool. If doing well in Arena means I get more Intel currency, cool. If doing well in Alliance War or whatever, right? Like if actually playing the game as good as possible means I get more Intel, I think that's a huge win for the community. And they did say that this Intel currency wasn't going to be monetized. And so there is a login calendar going on right now. I kind of wonder if that meant battle passes. I don't know, but they were pretty explicit that they weren't going to sell this Intel currency. So I'm going to be really interested to see how this works with the shop. The shop should replace the X coins. And by the way, the X coin shop is going away. Spend your currency over the weekend because the Intel store will essentially be coming online when that ends. Twitch drops. So these run Monday to Monday. Intel credits. And what we don't know about these Intel credits is how much the items are going to cost. Like what does that even mean? 20,000 Intel credits. Is that a lot? Is a little bit? Do the items cost 2 million a piece, or do they cost 1 a piece? This number doesn't mean much to me until I know what the items cost and what the actual items are outside of what's in the blog post. Then we got 2 million gold and then songbird shards. Fine. Age of the Niilus chapter 1. I'm not going to say this. Harbinger. I don't know. This word just throws me off because it's harbinger, or is it harbinger? I don't know. Maybe put hyphens. Rewards, intel, and quasar shards. Daily objectives, raids, campaign energy, spend gold. Weekly objectives, spend intel. Nice. Month-long objectives, raid with vigilantes. Premium objectives, raid with the new thunderbolts. Well, maybe that will be an incentive right there to get Victoria Hand, but I don't know what that is. And if there is an extreme incentive to have her, then maybe I'll start coring her then. But right now, I don't see why I need her today at all. Week 1, rewards, intel, and purple ISO daily objective raids. Weekly objectives, earn intel, use thunderbolts and raids, and earn and open armory 20 orbs. We're getting those from the raids on a daily basis. So I'm going to guess that last week they had these very controversial offers. One was with training materials and one was with the Armory 20, where it was like you could only get 40,000 points unless you bought the offer to get the last 20,000 points. And I'm wondering if that's going to be a thing. It's basically just an offer in disguise. And I'm guessing that a lot of people like myself are ignoring the shop. And when it's an event, it forces you to look at the shop. I feel like it's just like an in-game pop-up. It's not finishable without spending money. Anyways, that's been a hot topic on Reddit for sure. Premium objectives raid with Victoria Hand at 5+ star. Well, I'm not going to have her at 5 stars. If I was going to have her, it'd be at 3 stars. So that doesn't matter to me. Enter the Age of Niilus. There are 9 nodes, no requirements, records gold, training materials, and ability orbs. Stolen Thunder requires earning Crimson Duelist orbs from Arena rank wards and open Shadow Key Diamond orbs, which is going to be an offer. Crimson Duelists have G20 minis. Okay, so this is of high interest to me, and I will pursue that. Leaderboards for G20 bio minis. Thunderbolt Diamond orbs, up to 3 diamonds for new Thunderbolts, and Thunderbolt Diamond credits. So I'm interested in this. I'm willing to spend money, a little bit of money, on gear tier 20 pieces that are going to allow me to get Professor X. I see value in Professor X. Best Justice, same as this week. And then the Psychic Cataclysm requires 5 characters at gear tier 20, and the rewards will be the Dark Xavier costume. You can see that the Victoria ISO Striker's in the way of that. But this is basically just for people that have already finished Professor X Saga. My understanding is at one point it was going to be a requirement to have Professor X. It's definitely tuned for people that have Professor X. So I think this is a non-event for 99.999% of the community. So here is the actual blog post. So a lot of this is going to rehash what we already went through. Silver Sable Battle Pass, Age of Niilus, Harbinger, month 1, week 1, Stolen Thunder, Red Justice, and then this will be for the costume. That will be the reward for this event, is just a costume. The journey to stop Niilus from taking over the multiverse begins with a special mission. Join Professor Xavier as he investigates the appearance of mysterious brainwaves and the threat they pose to Nexus Earth. Commanders level 25 plus are encouraged to tackle the 9 mission nodes. There are no requirements, and help your Xavier and strike our gold training mats and ability orbs. I'm going to tell you, there was a campaign for Victoria Hand today, and Taskmaster just exploded it, and she was barely taking in turn. And like the panda pool was the only one left, and like several of the last nodes were identical. It was the most useless use of my time. Yeah, it was a waste of my time. Like, I don't understand why they couldn't just send it to inbox. There was no meaningful gameplay, nor did it showcase Victoria Hand. It was a showcase for Taskmaster. Oh, by the way, Thunderbolts movie, very good. I definitely feel like if all Marvel movies had, at a minimum, the quality and the plot of the Thunderbolts, the franchise will thrive and thrive and thrive. I think it's a good baseline. I very much liked the Thunderbolt movie. Psychic Cataclysm is just for Dark Xavier costumes. I believe that's the one with red. Intel store opens soon, so this is of high interest. Forge your path to roster power and character development with the opening of Chapter 1's Intel store. My understanding is they're going to rotate every 3 months. Click as much Intel as you can through Chapter 1, and then head to the Intel store to acquire the items of your choice. Character shards, cool. Gear tier 20, even better. Training modules, and I know a lot of people need that, but this is what I am most certainly interested in. Check back often for the latest items to power up your roster. Play every day to maximize your Intel supply when the Intel store opens on May 5th. I can't wait to see how this plays out. And then there's the Friday free claim. These don't always come in right away. Silver Saber Shard, so this should be live at the time of this video going. We got the Twitch drops for next week. Earn Quasar. So Quasar is going to be coming over a period of 3 months. You can earn 200 Quasar shards and tons of intel over the course of the Harbinger. So complete objectives to maximize your rewards. So that's going to be happening month long. And the yellow stars are going to come through daily play over the 3 months. The red stars will be coming in monthly scourges, which kind of throws back to what the Thunderbolts team will be. They're the first team of the Age of Niilus Chapter 1, and one of the 3 essential squads you'll need to power up the Chapter 1 legendary character Quasar. So am I gonna not unlock her? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just not unlocking her today. I'll core her if necessary, or I will buy whatever I need, or maybe I will get lucky. But I don't have to do it until potentially until the 5th character. Well, the third set of offers. I just don't understand why they're doing it like that. I'm kind of glad they are, though. All right, I think that does it. I'm not going to go through the rest of it. And lastly, they keep saying that they want to be more transparent. And so there you go. I think that's pretty funny. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Are you going to take a similar approach to Victoria Hand? I'm not saying to skip her. I'm not saying to skip her. I'm just saying that I am not unlocking her on day 1. Bye for now.